Right, food forest. Well, when you're like me, and the Jungle Book is it, that's when Peter Pan and Dumbo the Flying Elephant and those guys stopped making that much of an impression. Jungle Book always, Mowgli, the original, Rudyard Kipling, bare necessities of life, this comes to you. That's what food foresting is about. It's a forest, and most of the plants yield food. Now, when I got here to this pawsey, there was already a whole lot of avo trees, which you can see a lot, plus a whole bunch and lots of banana trees, which I will show you. And of course, a hell of a lot of wild weeds and even some wild mushrooms that are edible and medicinal, the weeds and the shrooms. And so it was just natural for me to keep going. So here I've set up a little bit of a contrast, like an old pine, just to border it, so that we've also got paths that we can traverse in between. It's a very, very young food forest in so many respects. Well, the avos are big, and the mangoes and the lychees are big, but the rest of the food and fruit trees are small, because we've only really been going at it. So I have like a year, basically a year and a bit. So what we've got here is we've got cassava, and there's a baba from grown, a little Brazilian grape down there in that area. Also the wood gives it a bit of definition, so we don't get lost, and lots of weeds in between that keep the chojos happy, so they don't just nail the food plants, well, the conventional food plants anyway. Another cassava, little paper flowers in between, lots of wild lettuce types there as well, African potato over here. As we go, as you can see, there's little paths around that you can just move around in. Toilet paper tree, there's a coffee tree, that's a dwarf coffee tree. Now and again I'll just take some things, they actually like shade. This is another good old wild lettuce, the original. There you go, look at that, how magnificent. And there we go, and then there's more yucca or cassava, and we run through it. Cassava, there's another beautiful dwarf coffee, another dwarf coffee over there, toilet paper bush, another wild guy there. And over here along our path there's a fig tree, and down there, which we call a trosvy. Okay, it's like, or Boesmansvy. It's like a fig, but like one of those wild things that grow on the ground and chug along. Gets a beautiful flower. And in between I can see there's more wild lettuces. There's a gooseberry. The gooseberries also just come up like weeds. And there's blackberries over here, a whole clump of them, flowering stunningly. This one's starting to make a little red flower, a red bud that's going to become black, as in blackberry. There, little baby avo tree there that I've just demarcated. Another fig with some mint, another yucca. There's a peach tree grown from seed. And let's keep it at it and see what else have we got. So you can see we've cut paths here, so that we can mountain bike in between and we know what we're doing. There's a tree tomato, tamarillo. Always plant something underneath, whether it's beans or like ground covers. And look at that, Termitomyces clypeatus, fantastic, how awesome, beautiful. I love these guys. Come back for them just now. The family of the koi, just the babies, fantastic. And there we've got a dragon fruit coming with another pumpkin there. That's also a pumpkin. And so in between our paths, let's go over here. What's happening? Some more dragon fruits there. There's a big sausage tree you're gonna pull in. African sausage tree. Over there is another tree tomato, some more yuccas. And over here is a diesel tree. Hello guy. Another coffee tree. When I started planting here, I didn't realize coffee trees actually like a lot of shade. But they're going to make it anyway. I covered them at first. And there's a Brazilian little cherry tree. And then I planted these line of bananas here. We've got lots of bananas down there, which we'll go to just now. And so the story goes, and lots. I've even planted a, which we don't know, I doubt it's going to make it, coconut. That was growing over there. And there's a custard apple. Lima beans coming up over here. And then wild weeds. There's a corn mallow over there. Another dragon fruit. And then between the weeds. So the weeds are protecting and diverting the hojos. There's a yakan. New planties. So all babies. Fig tree over there. Lots more wild lettuces. And there's a also grown from seeds, little mulberry that's going to shade out there's a beautiful baby little coffee tree as well, so it will give it shade as it goes. And then walking along over here, yes, oh yeah, also lots of wild guava trees, white and pink flesh. There's a tea tree planted, gifted to us. And over here we've got our pineapple patch. So wild among lots of weeds that are also edible, including Chinese ginseng. And there's a little coffee tree coming up there too. And then these guys also beautiful. Plantain weeds. As we go along, see there's more cassavas. And over here, rescued a near-death experienced almond tree that's starting to pop beautifully. Very happy about that. Lemon tree over there, lots of guava trees. And here we've got our very own tobacco. Virginia Gold growing here. There you go. Beehives I haven't set up properly. We do have 4 odd hives that are empty here that I must still populate. 2 hives elsewhere in the community that I serve. And let's move along. Look how beautiful this tree tomato is over here. Take you to another one just now. So yeah, chugging along. Then following this little path here, you'll find that there's also another Brazilian cherry over there. And in here there's another little coffee tree. Let's walk through here. So basil that I've planted. There's the other coffee tree that come along. You can see where that's happening. Another cassava coffee tree. Up this route, another Brazilian cherry. And I think we've been here, yeah. Custard apple. Oh yeah, beautiful. Another new addition over here. The white sapote, which is like a sort of an apple, white fleshed apple. And I've just recently made this, so I want to get this little dam going here. I need to plant more bananas in there. Oh yeah. And there's our pear tree over here. Just made flowers the first time. And yeah, let's see what happens. And then over here, lots of gooseberries everywhere, and more plantain. And then elderberries. There's a baby elderberry there. Cassava, slightly bigger elderberry. They'll also help with wind protection. And then look at these big guys. Get out of there, Kiki. Trashing the plants. Kiki. there's another avo coming up in amongst all the other avos. There you can see there's a banana lane. Big cassava. Tamarillo, another tamarillo. They're full of buds. Beautiful. Wind blows like heck here. So I've also planted a liquort tree over here. It's still settling in. Got a shock from the plant. And there we go, down the line over here on the edge, more avo trees there. And then we've got some more of that Chinese bird, another baby elderberry to get us a bit of a windbreak. Nice huge cassava. I'm sure that's actually ready to harvest. That'll be lovely. Then recently relocated this guy, which is an indigenous African bush wild fruit. We just called it a num num. More gooseberries over here. Another cassava. And of course all these are kakibos and blackjacks and things, all edible. And all of this, beautiful. Look at this green amaranth, all the babies coming up. They're like microgreens, very, very nutritious. And also when seeding is a grain, like very much like quinoa, in fact much nicer and even higher nutrition, indigenous, actually from Mexico. And then there's another, like a slightly bigger diesel plant. Hello guys. Put a lot of cardboard down initially just to get some space in amongst the weeds, because it was crazy. There you see the white sapote, and over there we've got a little hedge, well, quite a big hedge actually, of rosemary growing wild. And then in here we've got, I sprouted some date palms from seed. Let's see, hopefully they'll make it. They're kind of hovering. There's about 5 of them over here. There's another elderberry I planted. Recently added some prickly pears. You can see how cute and small everybody is. So yeah, it will take its own turn. Some num-nums over there. And there's Kiki, Monkey Punk. Some more prickly pear. And then this is the indigenous wild growing African potato. Not an edible, it's a medicine. And yeah, there's our hedge of rosemaries. And this curry leaf tree over here. Oh, there, yeah, there's another coffee tree. And then over here, planted a wild red pepper tree, which is taking nicely. And there's a whole bush. Oh yeah, maybe. Check out the blackberries over here. Lots of red, so as soon as it turns black, it's gonna be cooking, looking good, looking, snacking, baby. There you go. Get out of here. See Daisy. Yeah, so we put wood around them, we get a lot of like wild mushrooms and all kinds of cool stuff, you know. So yeah, on it goes. Let's see if there's a snackable black guy, but there's lots of red ones, so we're gonna have a beautiful yumminess going over here. Okay, trek along, then it goes a bit wilder, more natural grass over here. And wild paths. There's our other beehive over there. I just fell into one big hole of a mole. Hello, hole of mole. And here we are. We're going to populate this guy, which would be really cool. And there's another spot for it over there. Planting lots of millies. And going over like there. And yeah, so it's coming. Is coming. I will continue just now.